This is my horrible Roblox game that I created in my last video, and I'm going to be attempting to make this game idea go viral. So as many of you guys requested, I'm going to be updating the poop simulator game.
There's literally only 3 people, but whatever.
So with that being said, the first thing I got to work on was creating the tool that picks up the poop. And it took me a little bit of brainstorming, and then the perfect idea hit me. The beach sand trash picker upper thing that community service people use to pick up trash. So I hopped into Blender and immediately began to model it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it was really easy to model, so I think in the future I'm gonna add different variations, but for now it's just gonna be this. Now that I was done with the main tool, I wanted to make picking up the poop a little more satisfying, so I spent like 20 minutes staring at my screen and then decided to give the pickup a duration timer so that it isn't instant. And don't worry guys, you can pick up multiple poops at the same time, but it just makes you wait before actually receiving it. While I was creating that, I also created some num values so that in the future I can create a shop where the player can upgrade the poop multiplier and the pickup duration. After finishing the tool, I decided I really need to rework my map because it's small, lacks detail, and has excessive amounts of open space. So I quickly drew out a new layout and then later realized I forgot to save it for the video, but it's okay because essentially this is what the map looks like so far. I made it a lot more open compared to the last one, and I made designated spots to collect the poop in. Now the next thing I'm going to do is start filling in all the empty space, so I'm going to hop into Blender and start creating some points of interest for the player to interact with, and hopefully it'll fill in most of the map. So I got my first building made. I'm honestly so bad at making buildings, so it definitely could have been a lot worse than this. When I finished modeling the buildings, I moved around the map a little bit to give it more variety, so it's not just straight lines everywhere. And then I started adding in some of the nature assets that I'd created in my last video. I also modeled some new things to put around the map. I wanted some bigger things so it's not super plain and they take up more space. Now I know what you guys may be thinking. Yes, this is coming soon, only because I don't have a single clue how to script it. And yes, I forgot to record me making all of this. But anyways, I also modeled some fences to fill around the poop area because it was kind of empty. So I think the map is pretty good right now, besides the fact that I need to fill it in a little bit more. But we have leaderboards, poop areas, an actual shop, and a portal. Next, I need to work on fixing the GUI because, as many of you guys have seen in my last video, it's not looking too good right now because I'm so bad at creating GUI. But I watched some videos on how to create high quality frames and then started to create my own. The first GUI I created was the Game Pass Shop GUI because it's looking a little rough right now. I decided on going with some gradients for the background and a cartoon theme for the text. I also set up some pricing for the Game Passes, which might get changed in the future. Then the last thing I had to do was create the actual images for the Game Pass themselves. So I hopped into Photoshop and got to work. I really didn't have a clue what I was going to do for each one, so I kind of just used my imagination, and this is what I came up with. Now that the Game Pass Shop GUI is done, I need to make an upgrade shop GUI. Bro, get out of my shot. And I also want to make a E to click button for the poop because I think it makes the game a little bit more unique, and the default one is kind of ugly. First, I began creating the upgrade shop. Luckily, I was able to just copy and paste the Game Pass shop over, and I changed it up a little bit. Now, I wanted the shop to have slow progression, so I made it so you have to purchase an upgrade with poop, which maxes out at level 6. From there, you'll have almost an instant pickup time and a large multiplier. And pretty much that's all I did to the upgrade shop. Next, I need to create the E to click button, which isn't that hard. All I did was make a simple square and give it a border. Then I want to make the poop harvesting system a little more advanced, so I made the E scale out every time it's clicked, and then the harvest bar scale in. I want to make harvesting the poop as satisfying as possible because it's the main aspect of the game. Also, if you're a scripter and see this, I'm so sorry because it looks horrible right now, and it's not going to get fixed. Now, all I need to do for the GUI is scale it to fit the different screens like the mobile screen, PC screen, and tablet screen, so let me do that. Okay, so for some reason scaling it to fit all screens was like the hardest thing on earth, but I finally did it. And now all the GUI will be the same size no matter what screen you're on. Now the hardest part for me is scripting this to actually work because for now they run an error every time I click them, so I'm just gonna watch a couple videos and see how that goes. Alright, so now when you click the buy button, it prompts you to buy the Game Pass, and it gives you it, if you buy it, obviously. And with that being said, that's all I'm going to finish for this part of the video, as it's already taken me 2 weeks. I do also want to mention that I have a Discord server now, so if you'd like to be a part of the community, the link is going to be in the description, and while you're down there, you can go ahead and like the video too. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2.